Good morning. My name's Amanda. I haven't been here in a while, but this is my Sweet Skein of Mine vlog. This is kind of where I like to document all the things I've been knitting, crafting. I'm the dyer behind Sweet Skein of Mine yarn, and I live in Fredericton, New Brunswick. So I haven't been here in a while. It's just been, I have been meaning to, because I have so much to show, but I'm not going to show it all today. I'm going to kind of try to stagger it a little bit and maybe do a couple of shorter videos so I actually don't feel overwhelmed to sit down and do this, because it does take a few minutes to kind of get organized and get my head in the space. So anyway, I've had a few people reach out to me lately asking if I would talk about some of the things I've been crafting. So absolutely, that was a motivating force for sure to finally sit down and show some things. Because yeah, it's been a fun knit season for sure, but it's been busy with craft shows and so much fun. We actually even just finally got our tree up on Saturday. The house is decorated. I'm so ready for Christmas. It's my favorite time of year. Yeah, so and now things are starting to progress, like little family get-togethers and small, intimate parties that kind of I've been part of for years. But yeah, none of the big stuff's happening again this year, just underneath the circumstances. It's just still not a good time. But anyway, hopefully next year things get better, but we'll see. Anyway, let's just jump into it, and I want to show you some things that I've been making. So first off, I'm terrible on Ravelry, so please don't look for anything on Ravelry. I'm all about Instagram, so anything I've made, I'm really quick to post it there with details. I guess sometimes I forget and people will reach out, but I'm really good about answering any of your DMs. So please reach out if I'm forgetting to say something or if it doesn't make sense. But something I finished, quite a little while ago was this cardigan. And I love it, and I love it so much. I actually know I will make another one. It's The Wave of Change by Denise Béron, Béron Hand Knits. So, or Béron Handmade, sorry. So it's called The Wave of Change jacket. She did do a pullover as well. Anyway, it's beautiful. Oh, she's gorgeous. So hers is quite cropped. This is Denise right here. Hers is quite cropped. You do have the option, the details in the pattern to say, knit a couple of more rows before the ribbing if you need it longer. So I did make mine a couple of rows longer, but not too much. I still kept it on the shorter side. Something I did was the bracelet length sleeve. I do like a little bit of a shorter sleeve. And yeah, it was super quick. It was in bulky yarn. Sorry about the lighting. Okay, this is the color. It's like a browny gray. And the yarn I used is Cascade. They're ecological wool, and it's just undyed Peruvian Highland wool. I think it took me maybe 3 of these. I can't remember now, but it was very inexpensive to make this. So quick knit. I found it easy. Like I think you just, you have to pay attention to when it's time to do your purl bump. But other than that, anyway, it's super cute. And this color, as much as I like it, I think I was trying to like break out of my grays and that I would wear this color lots. I don't wear it as much as I should, and it's a great color. So anyway, I think I'm gonna knit another one, but in like a pale gray, and we'll see. But I love this yarn. It's super soft, but it's still rustic enough to have like that excuse me, that structure, so it's not super drapey and clingy. I'm gonna take it off though, it's warm in here. Anyway, so yeah, I did that. Something else I really liked about her project, her pattern writing is, let's see, in my mess of paperwork, she kind of does this. She creates, it's just a nice way to keep organized. See what I mean? She does little boxes so that you can kind of tick them off as you complete that row of the pattern. Anyway, look at me, I'm a mess. So yeah, great, easy pattern, so well written. I think this is the first pattern I've done by Denise, but beautiful. Anyway, I think I'll make another one because who doesn't love a quick, bulky sweater? So I did that. And then, oh, I only have one sock blocker. I've done so many socks, but I'm just going to show you a couple. One set I completed for myself is this one. This is in my MCN base. And the colorway is raspberry cheesecake. There we go. So these ones are for me. And then for my daughter for Christmas, and that's okay, she doesn't ever watch this, I ordered a couple of different colorways. Oh shoot, I should go get it. Hang on. From Timber Yarns, Heather in Ontario, another Canadian dyer. She's a self-striping yarn dyer and she's fantastic. So I went on her site one day, saw a couple of colorways. This one's called Homer. The Homer. So these are going to be for me. And yeah, so I did these for my daughter for Christmas. And shockingly, I'm not going to keep them because they're pink and everybody would assume I would, but I have my daughter obsessed with pink now too, so she kind of always was, but not as much as she is now. She's slowly turning into me and it's freaking her right out. I love it. So I got those done. And quickly, people have been asking, you know, any pattern suggestions for the advent calendars. So I did do advent calendars this year. I think this is my 3rd or 4th year of doing them, maybe 4th. I got one from Skein Cocaine, and then Christina from Chelsea Yarns, and I swapped one. So I have 2 yarn advents, and I have no plans what to make with them. I'm just kind of waiting to see what hits me. Now last year what I did is I used my Chelsea Luxe advent for the Cozy Comfort Throw by Molly from Homespun House. It's such an easy pattern. It's a paid for pattern. I've talked about it before. I made myself one. It's in there. I'm not going to get it because I've already shown this to you, but I made another one. And this one I just used my own scraps from bits and pieces that I had from other projects. So you hold one strand of the fingering weight mini with another strand of fingering weight yarn. So I used my natural cashmere base. And here it is. So this one's also for my daughter for Christmas. She will never watch this. I really would be shocked if she watched this, but she has no idea. So we are like blanket, I'd like to say, oh, packages, thank you. Christmas presents. We're blanket. We love blankets in this house. So anyway, we have piles of them everywhere. And this is the one I made for Sarah for Christmas. She's gonna love it. It's so soft, and I'm so happy I did this one with the cashmere too. Anyway, so I love this idea. Like, not everybody loves knitting a blanket. You don't have to knit a blanket to use up your minis. There's sweater patterns, there's shawl patterns. Just save them for your heel toes, on socks, you know, color contrast on a hat. But this blanket it's a really nice way to use up your minis. So now that I've made 2, that'll be it for now. But anyway, so I did do that. And then something else you could do with your minis if you're feeling really adventurous. This took years, and when I say years and years and years, you could do this. It's your Cozy Memories blanket. I finally finished it. I've made it as big as I wanted it to be. It's a beast. So all I need to do is put an edging on it, and I'm quite sure I'll do the I-cord edging just because it really does finish off a project so nicely. Here, I'll show it to you really quickly. But yeah. It's really time consuming, but that I-cord edge is really, oh, I get cashmere fluff up my nose. It's a really nice way to finish it. So this is finished. and it's so big. And this was just using scraps from other projects. Anyway, as you can see, it's really, 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 really big. And it's heavy. So, I mean, you could stash your minis and work on those. It's just like the squares I did, I think the 20 by 20 tiny needles. There's a pattern. There's on Ravelry. If you bring it up, it's Cozy Memories blanket. I think that one's by Homespun House as well, but there might just be a generic mitered square kind of pattern. Anyway, so lately I have been crafting, and what I did the other day is I made garland. So I had some pieces left over and I just made a little tiny one. And what I did is I have a little Christmas tree on my island and I just wrapped it around the base. So I just used the colors that were left over. But the one on my tree has every color in it, like royal blue and white and yellow. It's really, really pretty. So what I did is I had this on hand. It's just a really nice, strong nylon thread. It's pretty thick. Yeah, and then with my rotary cutter, I just sliced 6-inch by 1-inch strips of felt and then just tied in a double knot. And then you just, keep going. And anyway, this one on my tree, I had to do 2 huge strands. So I sat up Saturday evening and first thing Monday morning just making this beautiful garland. But honestly, it's beautiful. I love it. And it was so simple. And so yeah, if you're looking for a little project to put on your mantle or on your Christmas tree, or even like, I don't know if you'd want to put that on a gift or make it and gift it, super easy. So I did that. And then something else I just did yesterday morning was make these little gift tags. So I'm in a Christmas gift swap with girlfriends. So I got wrapping yesterday. I found these adorable bags at Winners, and they're Christmas presents in there. And we call it the Christmas crawl. So this says Christmas crawl 2021. So what it is, it's just up at Michael's, they have this polymer clay, and it's as soft as can be. I just rolled it out, used some cookie cutters. Make sure you don't forget to use a straw for your little hole. And you bake it at 275 for 15 minutes. Super easy. I made a whole bunch of them, so those will be gift tags. I also made just snowflakes to put on my tree. And then afterwards, I just took a sponge with like a little bit of my glitter paint and just kind of sponged on a little bit of color. So anyway, it's just a nice fun way to make a gift tag, add a little prettiness to your gift. A friend of mine, Steph, on Instagram had made them, and she did like circle ones with little quotes and everything that they were going to go on her packages. So she's the one that gave me the idea, and I'm so happy I asked her where to get this. And it was really fun to do. I find it so therapeutic to make crafts, and people say, where do you get the time? And it's like, I don't find the time, I make the time, but I also get up really early. So anyway, fun, easy idea. You could do this with your kids. You could just spend your morning making tags or ornaments. So that's done. Anyway, maybe that'll give you some inspiration. Also, something fun I've been doing lately is I was knitting some hats and cowls, and people were reaching out saying, did you follow a pattern? For the most part, I'm not a designer, and I'm not like a stellar knitter, but I can kind of judge how many to cast on and whether it's a cowl or a hat or mitts. Now I kind of have knit enough items to have an idea. So what I've been doing lately is playing and actually making some patterns and kind of making it like, if you want to get the yarn from Sweet Skein of Mine, I'll pop in the free pattern, and people are loving that. So thank you to everybody that it's helped, because I think knowing what pattern to make or getting ideas always helps. So I'll show you what I've made. So this one is in my new base. I had ordered from Christina at Chelsea Luxe, her new, I think she calls it her cozy base DK, and I loved it. So as soon as I felt it, I'm like, oh, I want to carry this too. So I ordered it and dyed some, and it's like a boucle DK. So I knit a hat, and I decided to write it down for the first time ever. I finally wrote down what I was doing so I could, if I wanted to recreate it or if somebody asked. And anyway, I call it my teddy bear DK base, just because it's so squishy. And this is the hat pattern I made. I love this because I have a lot of hair. So when I wear a tight hat, it's hard to kind of take it off and not be all staticky. And so it's a nice loose fit. So after you knit the hat, you flip it inside out. And so I called it the teddy bear hat because it just reminds me of the texture of a teddy bear. I did this in my chocolate kisses. And then my mom made me one out of my tickled pink. And like I said, it's great for errands because it covers your ears and it's got, it keeps you warm, but it's not super tight. But because of that, I did need a super tight hat so that when we're out walking Teddy at night, I'm not freezing. And I call this one my dog walker's hat. So this is in my bulky yarn. And this is just much tighter and just keeps your ears warm. And yeah, so same idea. So this colorway is Mocha Fudge. And bulky, so just another free pattern with bulky yarn. So I did that. I've done a couple of cowls. The one I posted earlier today, I love it. I was going to give it away as a gift, but now I'm keeping it because this basket weave is so cozy, and I did it in my colorway Blush. So it's a basket weave stitch cowl, and I called it Dream Weaver. So one skein of DK, and that's another thing about all these patterns is they're one skein projects. So it's nice to gift it or just to have for yourself. But anyway, I really like this one. I think this is my favorite. This and the teddy bear hat. So cozy. I just blocked it so it smells so good. So other than that, yeah, I just wanted to kind of pop in here, do something short and sweet. I also wanted to show you an acquisition that I got. Where did the other one go? It fell. Oh, I can't find it. Anyway, Sandy by the Lakeside. Anybody that knows me knows I'm obsessed with her leather goods. So I just ordered these. I got the brown one, and this is, I think, the iris. Man, the color in my computer is not showing up well at all, but yeah, they're just these little leather zipper pouches, and with a little claw clasp, or yeah. Anyway, I love these, so I just got that. And then one last thing I'm going to talk about, and then I'm going to hopefully do another video sooner than later, and always kind of maybe bring in a new craft, a knitting idea, a finished project, and maybe a project or like a product that I recommend. So nighttime, I found the best new face nighttime. This is Ren. It's called Evercalm, an overnight recovery balm. And it's a balm. Like, it's pretty, it looks like Vaseline, but it doesn't go on like that. It goes on, it's a balm. Like when you wake up in the morning, your skin is still nice and tacky from it, which to me, it's just locking in. So when I get in bed at night, which I'm a vision with ponytail top of my head, my LL being like from here to the floor nighty. Oh my God, the flannel nighties have been broken out. Dan hates them. This is gross. Well, not gross, but I'm gonna tell you. I had a little bit of a rash right here on my arm last year, and I was like, oh, what is that from? And Dan said, definitely the flannel nighties. No, that's how much he hates them, but oh my God, they're so cozy. So I get my face all balmed up, and I'm just shining, and I'm in my flannel. Yeah, 'tis the season, right? So if anybody's looking for a really nice overnight cream, I try to get it in there so you can see it. There. I really, really like it. I'm a product junkie, but this has been one of my favorites. And then I'm going to show another favorite next time. Okay, so happy holidays, everybody. I'm going to come back like in a week or two. So hope everybody's enjoying the Vlogmases that are on YouTube right now. I am. Love it. And gosh, I feel like there was something else I was going to show you, but everything's just been tossed around. So anyway, have a good one, everybody. Talk to you soon.